Josephine's Restaurant and Catering. We offer lutong bahay Filipino dishes and desserts. Try our crispy pata, lumpiang Shanghai, pancit palabok, rellenong manok, and many more. We serve halo-halo, leche flan, and other traditional Filipino desserts. For events and special occasions, Josephine's also offers catering services and takeout party trays. For authentic Filipino cuisine and true Pinoy taste, try Josephine's Restaurant and Catering, 2650 Main Street in Vancouver.
On December 14, 2013,
at Michael J. Fox Theater, please come watch us at the Vancouver Grand Finals of Vida Teatro Season 6. See you there!
Balitang Vancouver is brought to you by Brayfort Media Group.
Hello mga kabayan, narito na po ang isang linggo ng mga balita tungkol sa ating komunidad. Mga isyong malapit sa puso at nakakaapekto sa buhay ng mga Pilipino. Ako po si Franco Tele.
Boses at kwento ng mga Pinoy dito at kasama ang mga latest entertainment news. Ako po si Manny Noel Abuel.
Ito ang Balitang Vancouver. Balitang Vancouver ngayon, MLA Elmore laban sa human trafficking, nanawagan. Let's Talk TV ng CRTC, humingi ng partisipasyon mula sa publiko.
At mula X Factor Israel, kilalanin natin ang galing ni Rose Osang Fostanas.
Bagamat kasalukuyan nakaapela ang sentensya sa kasong human trafficking ni Leticia Sarmiento, nanawagan naman si MLA Elmore kontra human trafficking at ang mga dapat tandaan kaugnay sa issue. 2010 nang tumawag sa 911 si Leticia Sarmiento na Filipina caregiver ng pamilya Orr at nagsabing siya ay inalipin at nagtrabaho ng may 16 na oras bawat araw sa sahod na $500 kada buwan na tumagal ng halos 2 taon.
Precedent-setting case in Canada, the first finding of guilt under the Immigration Act for human trafficking. So very pleased. The sentencing was just out a couple weeks ago, and I think it's a very positive message. Number one, to send a clear message across the country, around the world, that Canada doesn't tolerate human trafficking. And I think especially important is to really acknowledge and recognize the courage of Leticia to come forward. Very difficult circumstances. And I also really want to thank the community groups who were really key and instrumental in supporting her. Committee for Domestic Workers and Caregiver Rights, Migrante BC, and also West Coast Domestic Workers Association.
Dagdag niya na handa na tumulong ang kanyang opisina sa sinumang biktima ng mga pang-aabuso ng tulad ng kaso ni Leticia Sarmiento.
So after Leticia was able to get out of her employer's home, we met her, I think just the day after, and met with her, talked to her, and supported her throughout the process. So there's many steps. The first, most important, my message I'd like to get out to the community, number one, don't tolerate any type of mistreatment or abuse. And my message is for people to come forward, to stand up, stand for their rights. I'm very happy that's also the message from Leticia. She's really urging other workers and other fellow Filipinos don't tolerate these types of situations, to stand up and reach out for help. And my office is here to help and lend assistance.
Bagamat nahatulan na ng Korte Suprema ay kasalukuyang inaapila ni Orr ang kaso.
So it's very significant. There was a finding of guilt on 3 counts, and the employer was sentenced to 18 months in prison time, so it's very significant. First case of its kind, first finding in Canada. And now it's that's a legal proceeding, so that'll go back and forth between the lawyers and the justice system, and we'll wait to hear the results of that.
Alam nyo ba na umabot ng 28 oras kada linggo ang nagagamit sa panonood ng TV ng bawat isa? kung kaya't sa proyektong Let's Talk TV ng CRTC ay nanawagan ng partisipasyon mula sa publiko upang mapagbuti ang sistemang telebisyon sa bansa. Ang Canadian Radio Television Commission o CRTC ay pang-federal na ahensyang pangpamahalang may tungkuling superbisyon at regulasyon ng industriyang telekomunikasyon kung saan bahagi ang telebisyon.
The Commission has been around quite a long time. It used to be called the Bureau of Broadcast Governors, the BBG, and we had a separate group that regulated the telecommunications industry, and it all came together under the CRTC. We really regulate broadcasting and telecommunications and broadcast distribution, which are the cable companies, and to a lesser extent, the wireless industry as well. As each new industry came into being, like cellular, we tried to regulate less and let the industry govern itself on a more proactive basis. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but for the most part, we're trying to put ourselves out of business by letting industry be more proactive. But every once in a while, even the best systems need a little nudging, and that's what we're trying to do with the conversation with Canadians on Canadian television.
Kanilang pinasimulan ng proyektong Let's Talk TV, a conversation, hatid ng mga pagbabago sa uri ng mga programa at pangangailangan ng mga tagapanood. Alam nyo bang sa pangkalahatan ay aabot ng may 900 million hours na nagagamit sa panonood ng TV bawat linggo o halos 28 hours ng TV bawat linggo ng bawat isa?
I think you have to start with the realization that the cost of entertainment and communications has gotten to be difficult to ignore. We found in the studies that we've been doing that the average Canadian household in aggregate, with all their communications and entertainment expenses, were putting out about $185 a month on average per household. On the pure television side, it's probably more like $55 or $58 a month, but still, when you're getting one bill from one company that provides you your television, cable or satellite, and all the other bells and whistles in the household, you start thinking about how much that one bill is in aggregate. And I've been told, and I haven't seen the data, but it's rivaling the cost of healthcare in the number 5 household expenses. And so I think at that point, it caused we at the Commission and government in general to say, it's time that we look at this and possibly make some changes to the broadcasting industry.
Adhikay na CRTC na pangunahan ang mga pagbabago sa pangangailangan ng mga Canadians, subalit upang maging matagumpay, kritikal ang partisipasyon ng mga publiko at sumali sa diskusyon upang mabuo ang pangkalahatang pangangailangan ng mas nakararaming Canadians. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, sumangguni sa opisyal na website ng Canadian Radio Television Commission upang makibahagi sa pinagbuting sistema ng Canadian Television. Matapos ang selebrasyon ng Waste Reduction Program noong nakaraang buwan, binuksan na sa Burnaby ang Eco Center na siyang pinakamalaking recycling depot sa buong Lower Mainland, sa layong hikayatin ng lahat na mag-recycle at pangalagaan ang ating kalikasan. Sa pagbubukas ng kauna-unahan at pinakamalaking recycling depot sa rehiyon, ay ipinahayag ni Mayor Derek Corrigan na kritikal ang facility upang makamit ang 2015 target na 70% waste diversion kasama ang layong recycling para mapangalagaan ang kalikasan.
We're not doing too bad. We could definitely do better. Burnaby's currently across all of our recycling sectors, we're about 49% diversion of all the garbage we're doing. We would like to see Burnaby get to 70% diversion on our own. That is the regional goal for all the municipalities in the Lower Mainland, to be at 70% diversion by 2015. If you looked at all of the cities together, we're currently sitting at about 52% diversion, so we still have a long ways to go, but the introduction of all the new food scraps programs is definitely going to help us. We just recently opened our Eco Center. It's the first Eco Center actually in the region in Metro Vancouver. The Eco Center really is designed as a one-stop drop-off place for residents to be able to drop off harder to recycle materials, or we accept more materials than we do at our curbside recycling program. So that was really the goal of our Eco Center, is that we can make sure that residents have opportunities to recycle more materials.
Ang City of Burnaby ay mayroong mga recyclable materials mula sa gamit ng mga blue boxes, hatid ng mga dyaryo, lata, plastic, kasama na ang styrofoam, maging cooking oil at iba pa. Inalam namin kung gaano karaming mga tao ang pang-araw-araw na bumibisita sa Eco Center.
The facility opened the first week of September of this year, and we get approximately about 200 to 500 people a day, depending on the day, of course. The weekend is always much busier.
Sa katunayan ay di lamang mga residente ng Burnaby ang nagpupunta sa Eco Center.
We don't want to turn anybody away with recycling. So,
Para sa karagdagang mga impormasyon, sumangguni sa opisyal na website o tumawag sa Burnaby Recycling Line.
Muli nagpamalas ng talentong Filipino ng kilalanin sa X Factor Israel, isang Filipino caregiver na si Rose Osang Fustanes. Narito ang highlights.
Si Rose Fustanes ay isang caregiver sa Tel Aviv, Israel. Isa din siyang bokalista sa isang bar doon. Pagkalipas na sumali sa audition ng X Factor sa Israel, binigyan ito ng standing ovation ng mga judges at ng audience at namangha sa ganda ng boses niya sa pagkanta ng This Is My Life ni Shirley Bassey.
Funny how a lonely day can make the person say, what good is my life? Funny how a breaking heart can make it start to say, what good is my life?
Si Rose or Osang sa mga kaibigan at pamilya niya ay 46 anyos. Hindi mapigil ng 4 na judges na purihin ito sa magandang tunog ng kanyang boses.
Take it in because you deserve it so much. You know, like the song you chose was so right for you. Like, thank you.
Sinabi ni Fustanes sa interview na siya ay single pa dahil tuloy pa din itong tumutulong sa kanyang pamilya sa Pinas.
God knows that we are helping our family and they don't know that how we sacrifice. Maybe if I join and I win in this competition, my life will be changed.
Sa ngayon, ang videong ito ay nasa Facebook ay mahigit na nasa 50,000 likes, 70,000 shares at close to 10,000 comments. Lahat ay humahanga sa ganda ng kanyang boses.
This is my life.
Ilalanin natin ang kabataang Pinoy na nanalo sa ICBC Road Safety Contest.
Isang kabataang Pinoy nagwagi ng first prize mula sa ICBC Road Safety Contest. Ang contest ay para lang sa grade 8 to grade 12 students sa BC.
So it started out as a school project, the ICBC contest. And for ICBC, there were 3 categories. One was speed, one was distracted driving, and one was impaired driving. So I decided to work on the speed category because I had this idea for a speedometer. So over the course of a few weeks, I worked on the project, and after I was finished, I submitted it to ICBC. And then after a few months, they replied back through email, said that I won first place for the speed category.
Si Matthew Disu ay grade 12 sa Riverside Secondary School sa Port Coquitlam na nag-aral ng film, photography, and graphic design. Napanalunan ni Matthew ang premyo mula sa speed category ng ICBC kamakailan. Ayon sa ICBC, ang contest ay para makuha ng mga kabataan ang safety messages na nag-uugnay sa kaligtasan ng motorista sa daan. Mahigit na 225 na estudyante ang sumali sa pa-contest ng ICBC Road Safety Program. Si Matthew ay nanalo ng Mac Pro bilang first prize. Nagulat ang magulang at kapatid ni Matthew nang sabihin niya na siya ang nanalo ng top prize mula sa ICBC.
On December 14, 2013,
at Michael J. Fox Theater, please come watch us at the Vancouver Grand Finals of BNT Adult Season 6. See you there!
Restaurant and Catering. We offer lutong bahay Filipino dishes and desserts. Try our crispy pata, lumpiang Shanghai, pancit palabok, rellenong manok, and many more. We serve halo-halo, leche flan, and other traditional Filipino desserts. For events and special occasions, Josephine's also offers catering services and takeout party trays. For authentic Filipino cuisine and true Pinoy taste, try Josephine's Restaurant and Catering, 2650 Main Street in Vancouver.
Para sa ating mga kababayan, kilala ang paggamit ng marijuana sa Pilipinas o joint dito sa Canada. Kung kaya't dininig namin ang panig ng Sensible BC na may layong i-decriminalize ang marijuana sa probinsya ng British Columbia. Sinimulan Setyembre ng nakarang taon ang kampanya upang ma-legalize ang paggamit ng marijuana sa British Columbia. Sa tulong ng panukalang gustong isulong ng Sensible BC, ang Sensible Policing Act na inalam namin mula sa pangunahing organizers.
Well, we actually launched this campaign last year in September when we unveiled our legislation, the Sensible Policing Act, that would effectively decriminalize marijuana possession in British Columbia as the first step towards legalization. And I spent about a week building the campaign, getting the word out, getting our volunteers in place, and then in this last September, on September 9th, we began the signature gathering period, and we now have 90 days, and we're halfway through, to collect all the signatures we need to get the Sensible Policing Act on the ballot in British Columbia.
Tinanong namin kung ano ang mga hamon na kanilang kinaharap sa kampanyang ito.
Well, we actually launched this campaign last year in September when we unveiled our legislation, the Sensible Policing Act, that would effectively decriminalize marijuana possession in British Columbia as the first step towards legalization. And I spent about a week building the campaign, getting the word out, getting our volunteers in place, and then in this last September, on September 9th, we began the signature gathering period, and we now have 90 days, and we're halfway through, to collect all the signatures we need to get the Sensible Policing Act on the ballot in British Columbia.
Inalam rin namin kung nakatulong ba ang pag-amin ni Liberal Party leader Justin Trudeau sa kanilang kampanya.
Well, you know, Sensible BC is a nonpartisan campaign. We have conservatives and liberals and NDPers and Greens and everybody else working on our campaign. But certainly Justin Trudeau's comments in support of legalization are very helpful for us to have high-level political leaders endorsing what we're trying to do and supporting the goals of decriminalization and then legalization of marijuana. And of course, many other politicians also either use cannabis themselves, have used it, but they don't always want to talk about it. So it's very brave for him to come out like that, and it's been rewarded since he hasn't had any drop in the polls or any kind of people turning away from him because of this. I think most Canadians appreciate his honesty, and most Canadians recognize that someone who uses a little bit of cannabis once in a while or uses marijuana instead of alcohol should not be criminalized.
Sinubukan rin namin alamin ang karanasan ng isa sa mga volunteer canvasser.
Just getting people's attention. Sometimes people are just in a rush. I enjoy educating people on the process and the benefits of cannabis and the pitfalls that prohibition brings.
At sa paggunita ng Remembrance Day, ikinagalak naman ni Minister Julian Fantino ng Veterans Affairs ang pagsulong ng Harper government ng batas na magbibigay prioridad para sa mga injured veterans na muling makapagsilbi sa public service. Sa paggunita ng mga sakripisyo ng veteranong lumaban sa World War II, pinahayag kamakailan ni Honorable Julian Fantino, Minister of Veterans Affairs, ang bagong batas na magbibigay prioridad sa mga veterans of the Canadian Armed Forces na sugatan sa giyera na makahanap ng trabaho sa public service. Ito ang pangunahing mensahe sa nakaraang throne speech ni Honorable David Johnston, Governor General of Canada, mula sa pamahalang Harper.
Our government will join with Canadians in honoring this momentous milestone by commemorating the centennial of the First World War and the 75th anniversary of the Second World War and the enormous sacrifices made by Canadians and our allies in both. Rededicating the National War Memorial to the memory of all men and women who fought for our country. Building a memorial to the victims of communism to remember the millions who suffered under tyranny. Marking the end of Canada's mission in Afghanistan by honoring the service of our men and women in uniform, including those who made the ultimate sacrifice combating the spread of terrorism.
What up? Jedra here again, Filipino-Canadian on Balatang, Vancouver. We had the opportunity to hang out with the Pack of Wild Dogs fight team, also known as POWD. They train at the Pure Pain Strength and Conditioning Facility out in Richmond, BC. Members have competed from the amateur to the pro level in the sport of boxing. Not only that, they have a good sense of family, and if you want to train just for fitness, you can do that too. Come watch this next segment and keep your chin down and your hands up. What's up, viewers? Welcome back to the Filipino Canadian. I'm your host, Jedro Magtoto. We're here in Richmond, BC with the POWD fight team. We're teaming up here with Pure Pain Strength and Conditioning folks, and they're doing the grand opening of the new gym. Let's go check it out.
In a mahogany, black scenery, that was lightning and raindrops. I'm tied up in a basement cocaine spot like Bangkok. I'm blindfold, Vietnam type mind control is torture. His accent sounds like the rarest culture. Asking me, my atrophy stabbing me gradually. Says his attribute was satanic, masonic, ironic.
What's up? I'm here with another POWD member, Echo Enrico Custodio. So, how long have you been boxing for?
About 2-3 years now.
What inspired you to start getting into the ring?
I wanted to lose weight, man. It was just a big gut, and I wanted to do something that was fun, something that I enjoyed, something I didn't have to drag my feet to, and I fell in love with it. I'm actually coaching now.
Oh, that's good. And you've been just boxing 2 years and you're already coaching?
Yeah, I've been boxing like 2-3 times a week, every week, so I live it, right?
So other than Mr. Manny Pacquiao, you know, thinking out of the Filipino box, who's all your favorite fighters out there?
I like Margarito. Even though he's scandalous, I love the warrior spirit, the warrior mentality.
Awesome. So yeah, we're going to check him in. He's going to do some demos, and yeah, thanks for the interview, brother.
You never know, it might just be your time. You take your ride to the pearly white gates. Watch that suicide. Now government official got you sipping Cristal and Crystal. You fish, you foul, so you fell and took your fam with you. I'm out to get you. Guarantee that every shell hit.
I'm here with boxer competitor Andrew Blanco. How long have you been with POWD for?
I've been with POWD for about 4 years now, I believe, a little bit less than that.
How are you liking it?
I love it. You know, I love boxing. I'm always in and out of competition, but every time I go back, it's like a family, and I really love this place. So
how many amateur fights have you been in so far?
I've been in 3 amateur fights.
So when you prepare for fights, how many weeks in do you put in for training camp?
I like to try and put in 3 to 4 weeks of training camp. I'd like to put in more in the future. You know, it hasn't been that long for me. I got to try something different. So.
How's your dieting while you're training? Is that one of the toughest things ever?
It's especially for me. Yes, it is. You know, it's usually about a 20-30 pound weight cut for me. I get there, but it's tough.
All right, so answer this. When you're not training and you have the ability to, what's your favorite Filipino food to eat while you're not training?
Oh, man, sinigang for sure, man. You know what I mean? Sinigang and lechon, whenever I can get it, man.
Well, awesome, thank you. He'll be featured inside there, doing a little bit of an exhibition fight, and thank you for your time, brother.
More money, more motor, more homicide. You catch that body, nigga, better have that alibi. You never know, it might just be your time. You take your ride to the pearly white gates. Watch that suicide.
Now you're rolling with us like co-defendants. No phony business, so know the difference. From supreme soloists to styles ancient as Moses scriptures. It's Latin.
What's up, everyone? POWD member, amateur boxer David Rojo. How you feeling today?
Oh, doing fantastic, man. Just a little bit of a sparring session, a little exhibition match with my friends here. And it was a good fight, it was a good match. Learning a lot before my October 18th outing against Nicholson for the Vancouver City Championship at 140 pounds. So you guys better watch out. Phil Can.
Check out the sweat. This guy works out. So how many weeks do you put in for a training camp before a fight?
At least a good 8-week, 8-week periodization. We're doing a lot of strength and conditioning, a lot of sparring work with my coach, a lot of pad work with my coach, and just getting as much work as I possibly can on a weekly basis. At least a good 30 hours of work of training, 6 days a week, 3 times a day, 1 day off, and it's like a hustle, it's like a grind. You just got to keep moving, going and going and going.
When you're not training, what type of Filipino food would you eat?
Oh, lordy lord, where do I start? I got the adobo in there, the lechon, when we go party, the whole potluck with Filipinos. You guys know what it's like, right? But, the pancit, but my favorite's got to be the adobo, man. If I can find a Filipino girl that can cook good adobo, she's a keeper. But that's my food right there.
Man, awesome. Thank you for your time, man, and look forward to his fight coming up. Thank you.
You catch that body, better have that alibi. You never know, it might just be your time. You take your ride to the pearly white gates. Watch that suicide. More money, more motor, more homicide. You catch that body, better have that alibi. You never know, it might just be your time. You take your ride.
Wow, that was actually pretty cool. What you saw displayed there wasn't just only gym equipment. It was actually hard work, dedication, and passion. All about these people. And not only do you get a full workout, you actually get a sense of family. So, Jedro here, Filipino Canadian. Catch you next time. Peace.
At dito nagtatapos ang aming programa. Samahan niyo po kaming muli sa susunod na linggo para sa latest news ng Pinoy dito sa BC. Ako po, si Manny Noel Abuel.
Sa taong nagsusumikap, kasaganaang matatanggap. Ako po si Franco Tele.
Ito ang Balitang Vancouver.
On December 14, 2013,
at Michael J. Fox Theater, please come watch us at the Vancouver Grand Finals of PNT Idol Season 6. See you there!
Josephine's Restaurant and Catering. We offer lutong bahay Filipino dishes and desserts. Try our crispy pata, lumpiang Shanghai, pancit palabok, rellenong manok, and many more. We serve halo-halo, leche flan, and other traditional Filipino desserts. For events and special occasions, Josephine's also offers catering services and takeout party trays. For authentic Filipino cuisine and true Pinoy taste, try Josephine's Restaurant and Catering, 2650 Main Street in Vancouver.
My hair has deflated, as you can see. Hi guys, it's Rhea.
Dollar Smart 99 cents App Store, located at 4811 Diesel Beach Way in Richmond. Telephone number 604-207-0072.